Golan, we've got the grapes in. You take them in what kind of containers?
Okay,
Big containers?
Well, it's medium containers. It's 300 kilos beans, which we reload from the truck. Then we put it on the tray, and we start the destemming crushing process. Which before the destemming crushing process, actually we make a very, very strict selection. Only the top grapes, the perfect grapes, we move them down to the tray.
And what happens to the rest of the grapes?
Goes to the cows.
I see.
Very happy
away.
cows. Yeah.
You get cows drunk on grapes.
Actually, it's not a wine yet, so it's a must. They are happy with the must.
Okay.
So actually,
how do you destem them?
We have the destemmer crusher, which is a machine which we actually put the grapes into the nostril, and it goes through the nostril. There is a drum which take out the berries from the stalks. The stalks are thrown out, and the berries are crushed, gently crushed, and then it goes kind of a must and berries, the mesh, which is must, and the skins goes to the fermenting tanks. And come with me, please, Howard, and I will show you.
But before we do, I want to see that. But I want to understand that you separate the skin too from the rest of the grape.
No, we separate the berries, the grapes, from the stalks.
From the stalks, yeah. That's all.
That's all. And
so
then
the rest
we
is all together.
Yeah, and then we gently crush the
Why gently?
berries. Because we don't want to take out too harsh, the harsh tannins, the green harsh taste from the skin. We have a lot of tannins on the skin, and these tannins we want to develop them under our control. If it would be too hard crush, it will the wine would taste very harsh. The green tannins would be too evident, and we don't want it. So we want to make it a very controlled and gentle process. And please come, and I will show you the whole process.
Well, how many tanks do you have in here?
We have around 20 tanks. Here in the room it's 15, and we have another 5 tanks. Actually, all tanks here are stainless steel tanks, isolated, which are, we have the cooling jacket. Actually, this is the cooling jacket, which helps us to control the...
How thick is it?
Oh, it's only on the outside. We have cold liquid, which runs here in this spiral.
I see.
And which helps us to control the alcoholic fermentation. So actually the process goes, we received the mesh, which is must and the crushed skins.
You say mesh and must, which is crushed skins. Tell me the difference between the mesh and the must.
Well, the must is only the liquid.
Oh, I see.
And the mesh is the combination, the mixture of the skins, the crushed skins, and the must.
Okay.
So we have the mesh gets into the tanks. We move with the pump the mesh.
You pump it up from here up to the top?
Yeah, we pump it from the yard, from the crushing facility to the tank. We connect the hose to this valve, and we start to fill the tanks with the mesh.
How much mesh will this hold?
We have here around, we fill in here 7,000 liters.
And that represents how many grapes? How many
It's around 7 tons of grape.
7 tons of grape for one tank.
Yeah. We have here between 6 to 7 tons of grapes. Okay. So this to give you an idea.
Right.
And we start to lower the temperature. We start to run the cold liquid in the tank.
What is the cold liquid?
It's the liquid itself, which runs here. It's around 4 degrees Celsius.
I see.
3 to 4 degrees Celsius, which means if I get here, the temperature of the grapes of the mesh would be around 25. I would like to reduce it to 14 to 15 degrees Celsius, and then to start and add the yeast and to start the alcoholic fermentation, which is exothermic process, and it starts to heat the whole ambient of the tank.
And how long are they in these tanks?
So actually, I would the process, the alcoholic fermentation, would take place between 10 days to 25 days. The main idea would be to pump over. We take the pump over pump.
Yes.
We connect it to the lower valve, and we connect the other hose to the pump over pump, and at the end of on the top of this hose, stainless steel hose, we connect this sprinkler. When we start to move the liquid from the bottom of the tank, we have a quite high pressure of liquid, of must, which lets the sprinkle the must on the top of the skins. This process we call it pump over. We pump over the must on the skins, and we can extract the color pigments, and the flavors from the skins to the must.
Because you just sort of filter it through the skins.
So we make
it a circle.
A circle of pump over twice a day, 3 times a day, to extract as much as we can at the first stage.
So it's color, flavor, and tannins?
Exactly. This is the main byproducts which I would like to extract.
This is the modern way. What about the old way when you were, stomping them off?
Exactly. This was they made the same
smell of your feet.
Same process with a little bit of more smell, added value from the feet.
But where did they used to put yeast in?
No, we have also I use cultured yeast, but there is also yeasts which are all over in the vineyard. The problem that today, to make a more accurate wine, I use cultured yeast, which can live more in ambient of alcohol. If I would use the wild yeasts, which we find in the vineyard, there is a risk that the fermentation will stuck, which means I will be left with high level of sugar and low level of alcohol.
Oh, I see.
So if I would like to convert all the sugar to alcohol, it is better these days when we have high levels of sugar because the atmosphere is much hot. So it would be better to use cultured yeast, which will give me the possibility to convert all the sugar to alcohol, and the wines will be dry and not Romanian style of sweet wines.
But in the old days, it must have been sweet wines.
Yeah.
Though. So that's why they were sweet.
I'm quite sure.
And all the sugar converted.
Maybe this is the idea of sacramental wines, which were sweet wines.
I see.
But today, we are towards the quality premium wines style and not the sweet wines, with all the respect.
No. And the dry wine kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so then does it go from here to the barrels?
Not yet. Actually, we have the fermentation phase would take, to convert the sugar to alcohol would take around 10 days. Right. To premium our top wines, we would leave a post-fermentation phase to extract as much as we can from the skins for another 10 days. So in total, we would leave the whole process here between 20 to 25 days. And then we make the press, which means we take out, the fermentation process is a process which we have CO2 goes up. So we have like two phases. We have the liquid and the skins, the cup, the cup. So the cup is been floating on the top of the whole liquid.
Right.
So I would like to press the cup. I would like to take out the liquid from this valve. I will open it,
Take the bottom layer off of all liquid.
Take the bottom.
And what do you do with it?
And then I open slowly this door, and I will discover that I have here like half tank with full of skins. So I would open it slowly, not to be buried under Cabernet Sauvignon skins. And I will start to
So they're sitting up in the, they don't fall down?
No, they fall down. So I will take out all the liquid to the other tank, and I will be left with like big cake of skins. And I will start slowly to take it to the beans, which I used for before we mention it to the harvest. And I will then I have a press outside in the yard. We cannot see it at the moment. We have a press, and we will make gentle press, only one press, not to press this again, these harsh flavors and to have this hard taste of the tannins. And we'll make gentle press. We use only small % of the liquid, and then we will give the cows again, and they will be more happy. Yeah.
And do you have lots of cows?
The cows and the sheep. We have some few Bedouins who like this stuff. They take it to their own.
I see. So they feed their cattle and sheep and goats with this stuff.
Exactly.
I see.
And then we leave the wine, the finished wine, the first raw wine, for a few weeks. Then we settle all the
where they left?
In the next tank, in the same tanks. We let the sediments settle down.
Oh, so the second phase is to get the sediments separated from the liquid.
Naturally, we will make a racking. We'll rack the clean wine. We'll start from the top of the tank to rack the wine. Then we will reach this level. We will open the window, and we will keep on racking the wine, and we will see that we have left here all the yeasts and all the materials, sediments, and then...
And what the phrase you use, wrecking the wine, what's wrecking?
Wrecking is to take a pump and start moving the clean wine till we get to the bottom of the tank.
I see.
So this is
a funny
wrecking.
word, wrecking, because in fact you're not wrecking, you're taking away the good stuff.
Yeah, so we are wrecking the good stuff.
I see, okay.
And then we make it twice or 3 times in the next few weeks. And then when the wine is clean, more or less, we move it down by gravitation. We connect the hose, and we have here a hole on the floor, which is actually the ceiling of the cellar, and we move the wine down to the cellar for further aging in the oak barrels.
Wine cellars are my favorite place, so I want to go there.
Perfect, so we should go there. Okay.